Turismo chums, we've got more news for Gran Turismo 7. In a trailer fronted by Kazunori Yamauchi himself, Polyphony has announced a paid DLC pack to release at the same time as the Spec 3 update. So, just to clarify, from the information we have so far, the Spec 3 update still brings 2 tracks and 8 new cars and lots more stuff for free. This new trailer announces the Power Pack, a paid DLC which aims to solve Gran Turismo 7's biggest problem, which isn't the amount of content, it's what to do with it. It will add a new career mode represented by a little boat in the bottom left of the home menu that isn't totally obnoxious at all. Inside that little dinghy you'll find 50 new races, including endurance races, at least one of which will be 24 hours. There's no word yet on how that will work from a logistical perspective though. The races will be based on several real-world events, so we'll assume DTM, Super GT, GT3 and more. Another much requested feature to return with this pack is qualifying, so we will assume that there won't be any of the chase the rabbits shite that we've been used to for the last 12 years. There's also a brief mention of the Sophie AI's latest upgrade, dubbed 3.0. Quite what this entails we don't yet know, but it's safe to assume that this DLC will be exclusive to PlayStation 5 users as a result. One of the more interesting tidbits is 3 of the cars. The headline image shows a Volkswagen 1200 Beetle and a Porsche 930 Generation 911. We already have both of these in the game, but we've never seen them quite like this. Both of them are dressed up with some very Baja themed additions. The body height is massively increased, as is the profile of the tyres, while we can also see push bars and spotlights for good measure. As far as I can tell, this could be implemented in one of 2 ways. Either there's a pile of new visual customization options inbound for pre-existing cars in the game, or these are out-of-the-box pre-upgraded variants of said cars, kind of like what the Group 4 race cars are to their road-going counterparts. My money is probably on the latter, since it's a little less open-ended. The third car I mentioned is the Toyota Corolla 11, shown in this progression tree image, but you'll notice it sports some different wheel arch flares to what we have on the AE86s that are already present in the game. Another thing to note is that a couple of the images appear to show that the new collector level cap will be level 70. It also appears to hint at the release date for the Spec 3 update, because the Power Pack will be available from the 4th of December, but it requires Spec 3 to run. So we'll assume everything, the free stuff and the paid stuff, arrives on that day. The last thing we know is that the players who buy the Power Pack will also receive 5 million credits of in-game cash to spend. If you're wondering, that's roughly $40 worth in microtransactions, but nobody yet knows how much the Power Pack will actually cost. So, that's all of the relevant information. Next up, I'm going to give my opinion, so feel free to chime in with yours below whilst I ramble. I'm excited to see what the Power Pack entails, and obviously I'm excited for the 2 new tracks and 8 cars as part of the free update, but I am slightly torn. The Power Pack would appear to solve one of Gran Turismo 7's biggest problems, which has never been the number of cars or tracks but the lack of things to do with them. Giving us more well thought out events to try out that don't involve chasing the leader 30 seconds ahead is obviously very welcome, but to charge for it seems slightly Grand Theft Auto Online-ish. Do you remember that stupid hoverbike they added in GTA that ruined the entire game? Instead of nerfing it, which players asked for, they added a very expensive car that could destroy the bike in online lobbies, so they effectively took player feedback and used it to sell a solution to a problem that they created rather than just solve the problem outright. Players have been clamouring for decent single-player events, endurance races and qualifying since Gran Turismo 7's release, and now the problem will be solved as long as you have the money. Obviously this is nowhere near as offensive as GTA's many examples of consumer buggery, but it's crossed my mind. Regardless, I'm still excited, and I will be coughing up the money for the DLC on day 1, and will do my best to give you a no-nonsense overview of what's been added in the free update, as well as the paid DLC. I hope this helped. Please do like, subscribe, and all of that lovely stuff. Take care of yourself, and ta-ra.